I'm recording this for my students to show them the inside of the piano and learn a little bit from it. Okay, we have a piano that's opened up. These are the two top covers that I have removed. And this is what it looks like. Okay, with the tops removed. If you take a closer look, you'll see there are many parts inside. First, we talk about the strings. Strings start on the left side that are thick, and then as it goes towards the right side, they become thinner and thinner and thinner. Okay, also the numbers are now 3 strings, whereas when we started it was only 1 string. Okay, now if I take a little peek underneath here, you'll see how much thinner the last string is. Okay, the thin strings will create a higher sound. So let's look at the left side and playing the lowest note on the piano, on the keyboard here. So when I play half steps, semitones, you see the hammers together with all the attachments. Okay, so they are going in order. And also you will notice that these are numbered, right? The pegs are numbered. 88, you have 88 keys. Okay, they are all in order. So when the piano tuner or the repairman comes to fix, they know, okay, which one belongs to what, and they can fix the key that's broken or whatever. Here you have a closer look at the hammers. The hammers are all covered in felt. And then you will have, when I play on the key, for example, middle C, all right, you have the pegs. That's number 40. Okay, so you know 40, with there are 88 keys, so 44 would be in the middle. Okay, E is the really middle, but so C is number 40 on the pegs here, and it leads to the hammers. Okay, so when I play and I release, you see the hammer hits the strings, and then when I release, the sound stops. Why does it stop vibrating? Okay, if we take a closer look, you'll see that. Do you see that? The damper stops it. Stops the vibration. When I release from my finger from the key, okay, the hammer falls back, and then you have the dampers coming down to stop the vibration. So if I keep holding the key for a long time, okay, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I let go, 2 things happen, right? Actually, there are many more than 2 things, but 2 things that you can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I release. Okay, the dampers come and stop the vibration. So when we talk about the pedal, okay, the damper pedal on the right side, okay, there are 3 pedals. Okay, on the right side, you will see that we call that the damper pedal. Okay, and when I press the damper pedal, you see me pressing here. Okay, when I push it down on the right one, the damper pedal, see what happens inside the piano. The whole row of dampers are moved away from the strings. Okay, if I do not press on the damper pedal, it's just normal. Okay, this is at resting position. So when I press on the damper pedal, the dampers are released from the strings. Okay, so it stops the vibration. So when I play the note, for example, I play a chord, many things happen, right? And when I release it, watch the dampers come down. You can see it. Let's see if you can see it here. Right? It comes down. The dampers stop the vibrations when the hammer falls back. So when I depress on the pedal, on the damper pedals, the whole row comes up. And this is where a lot of students make mistakes with the pedal, because when we play with, so I play the chord, and then when I press the pedal, it removes. So when students have a wrong pedal technique, and when I press my fingers and put on the pedal at the same time, like this, at the same time, watch what happens. So all the dampers come up at the same time, right? Whereas if we pedal after the note is played, watch what happens. I'm just going to use one note to make it easier. And then I pedal. Do you see that? I play the note and then I pedal, and I release the pedal. And then I press the pedal, I release the pedal. So you can have a nicer sound. Okay, so this is what's happening. I play, I pedal, I play, I pedal, pedal, right? So when students have the wrong technique and they go like this, so you go down at the same time, and then you have to release, and then you go to the next chord. You don't have a legato. It's clearer than if you go. Okay, so that's not correct. Understand? There are other things about the pedal we need to talk about. So the middle one, okay, look, in the upright piano, which this is now, we don't have the sostenuto pedal like in the grand piano. So this is called the practice pedal, or sometimes called the soft pedal, which is actually different from the grand piano. So look what happens when I press on that. Okay, I can lock it in, okay, by pushing it to the left side. Okay, if I don't want to lock, I just press here, and then you see what happens, right? I press on the pedal, and this is what happens. So when the piece of felt comes down, and I play the key, listen to the sound. What happens? It's muffled, right? It's muted, because there's a piece of cloth covering the strings. Okay, so when you have the cloth over it, it's muted, and so it's softer. Okay, this is what we call in the practice pedal. Now, the left side pedal, okay, it's called the una coda. Okay, the una coda. In the grand piano again, and the upright piano is different, but because this is the upright piano, look what happens. What happens now to the hammers? They are shifted closer to the strings. And because they're shifted closer to the strings, when I press it, okay, and when I hit the note, okay, it doesn't come from such a further distance. So if I go, it goes closer to the strings, and I go, it's quieter. All right, quieter, because it's not hitting from so far, it's from further away. Okay, so this is a simple, very simple basic lesson on the inside of the piano and how the 3 pedals are used for the upright piano. Okay, this is the end of the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it.